For most people, only Paris comes to mind when they think of France. While Paris itself is a sight to behold, we think it would be a bit unfair to credit Paris with the best of all that France has to offer. Other cities are absolutely worth visiting and will end up leaving you amazed and starstruck. Hey guys, welcome to World of Journey. Many people think of visiting France only to eat, drink, and shop. We do not agree with that. The sheer sophistication of the French architecture, jaw-dropping sights, breathtaking landscapes, and historic buildings is what makes France so special, and of course, how can you forget how amazing their fashion is? Moreover, France's beaches are one of the coolest beaches you could ever experience in your life. You may lay down on them and would not want to leave. To help you put in perspective what France has to offer to tourists, in this video we have compiled a list of the 10 best cities in France to visit. Number 1. Aix-En-Provence. The city of Aix-En-Provence is located in the south of France, about 30 kilometers north of Marseille, and has much to offer. From the countryside surrounding the city to the rich history displayed in museums, food, architecture, and high-end shopping stores. One thing you will immediately notice while exploring the city are the fountains, and lots of them. In fact, the city is also sometimes called the City of 1,000 Fountains. These fountains are located throughout the city and add to the overall beauty and grace of the architecture. But that's not all. The city is also known as the City of Counts because the Count of France once lived there and has several beautiful aristocratic palaces. Other reasons to visit Aix include the amazing food and the wonderful art. Number 2. Bordeaux. Besides fashion, what is another thing France is famous for? Wine. The French wine is widely renowned in the world, and the city of Bordeaux is where some of the finest of it comes from. Recognized as the wine capital of France, the city is located in one of the most beautiful regions in the southwest of France, and is surrounded by wineries which you can visit and learn about the culture of how wine is prepared, distilled, served, and consumed. Besides the top quality wine, the city of Bordeaux is an elegant and graceful destination to visit. The architecture, the shops, and the markets all reek of sophistication. So, if you like to dine fine and sip fine wine, with a sprinkle of fancy shopping, Bordeaux is the city to visit. Number 3. Lyon. For all the food lovers watching this video, this one is for you. The city of Lyon is known as the gastronomical capital of the world. The city is home to more than 20 Michelin-starred restaurants, so if you fancy fine dining, Lyon is the city for you. However, fine dining is not the only highlight of the city. Lyon is 2,000 years old and contains some of the finest historical sites. Among those is the historically rich Le Théâtre Antique du Fourvière, renowned in the past for the seating capacity of 10,000 visitors. Other interesting sites include Fourvière Hill, which is a wonderful opportunity to learn about the city's history and culture and the numerous open markets, as well as old stone bridges. Number 4. Montpellier. The city of Montpellier is located on the south of France, 10 km inland from the Mediterranean Sea, and can offer entertainment for every taste. Montpellier boasts multiple museums and historical sites, as well as a spectacular nightlife. The Opera House and Park of Place de la Comédie, the medieval old town of l'Écusson, the Montpellier Cathedral, the covered market Les Halles Castellane, and the scenic esplanade Place Royale du Perron are only a few of the fantastic architectural and cultural sites to lose yourself among. And if you are looking for a peaceful beach with soft sands that will make you feel like you're standing at the end of the world, head to Plage de l'Espiguette, which is only an hour drive east. Number 5. Strasbourg. Also referred to as the heart of Europe, the city of Strasbourg is a cultural blend of Germany and France, owing to its position on the French-German border. The cultural blend is what makes the city unique and is reflected through the architecture as well as the food. Besides the culturally enriched dynamic, the city is home to historic museums and buildings. Besides that, Strasbourg has a lot to offer when it comes to foods and markets. The options are limitless, from the local cuisine to the fancy Michelin-starred restaurants. Similarly, the markets offer a variety of goods, some of which are characteristic of the city's culture. Oh, and a fun fact? Strasbourg is renowned as the oldest Christmas market in Europe. Number 6. Lille. The city of Lille is located on the north of France, very near to the border with Belgium. Recognized for its vibrant markets, Lille has a lot to offer both in terms of collectibles and local produce. Traditionally, once a year the city turns into a large market. At the same time, fresh food stalls are set up each week at the markets, offering local delicacies and souvenirs. Moreover, owing to historical museums and art galleries, Lille is a must-visit for art enthusiasts as the city lives and breathes art. Some of the must-see sites in the town include Place du Général de Gaulle, Place Rieur, the Old Town Quarter of Lille, the Chamber of Commerce with its spectacular sights when lit up at night, and the Citadel. If you are looking for a good party, Lille is prepared to accommodate you with its diverse and dynamic nightlife, thanks in part to the city's large student population. Number 7. Marseille. Dating back to 600 years BC, the city of Marseille is the oldest in the country. The city is extremely rich in culture, especially considering its role in the past as a Greek port. So, what to do if you visit Marseille? Well, most visitors head straight for the view port, reminiscent of the city's rich history. Other than that, you could also fancy a food spree exploring restaurants serving the finest and the freshest seafood. Or you can head to the famous Le Panier, a culturally enriched neighborhood filled with local cafes and markets characterized by narrow roads, and a wonderful place to take a stroll and relax. And if you are a fan of hikes and the beauty of nature, head southeast to the Calanque National Park with its craggy white limestone cliffs. And if you have some time left, don't miss out on the Historical Museum of Marseille, La Corniche, and Mucem, each of which will leave you breathless. Number 8. Paris. Indeed, one of the most famous tourist destinations in the world and the capital of France itself is the city of love, Paris, and there is a lot to do in the city. Where do we even begin? Well, for starters, the city is packed with history, art, and culture, reflected through the food in the restaurants, the architecture of the buildings, and the history preserved in the museums. Besides that, Paris is renowned for its iconic landmarks like the Palace of Versailles and the ever-so-famous Eiffel Tower. Other landmarks that should not be missed include Arc de Triomphe and Champs-Élysées, the Louvre, Ile de la Cité, which houses Notre-Dame Cathedral, Place de la Concorde, Musée d'Orsay, Le Marais neighborhood, Montmartre and the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, Moulin Rouge, Canal Saint-Martin, and many, many more. And if you enjoy more leisurely tourism, you can take a boat tour on Seine and enjoy the city's numerous beautiful views. Love shopping? Then you would love Paris, as the city is filled with world-class designer outlets. Similarly, for the foodies, you would love what the city has to offer, especially considering all the Michelin-starred restaurants the city hosts. Number 9. Rouen. Rouen is a must-visit city if you wish to learn about European history. As a fairly significant city in medieval Europe, the museums and the architecture of modern-day Rouen reek of history and culture. Located in the city is also the Rouen Cathedral, established all the way back in the year 1030. The city itself is a beautiful blend of past and present. Other sites include the Fine Arts Museum and the Big Clock Tower. You will find museums and significant architectural sites like the Rouen Cathedral perfectly blending with the student district and other modern-day cafes and gardens, beautifully binding the historical past to the French people's modern-day life. Number 10. Carcassonne. Located in the south of France, Carcassonne is home to some of the most beautiful villages in the world. In fact, so much so that the word beautiful is not enough to describe just how gorgeous the city of Carcassonne is. The lush green grass, beautifully sculpted trees, fortresses, and stone pathways are reminiscent of something out of a fairy tale. Everything about the city is magical, from the food served by restaurants and locals to the strolls through the lovely streets. So, if you are tired of modern city life, surrounded by noise and tall buildings, a trip to Carcassonne will feel like you have time traveled to a mystic fairy tale city. You have to see it to believe it, so if you visit France and have the opportunity to visit Carcassonne, don't miss it. We hope this video helped you decide on France as your next tourist destination. If so, drop a like and share with us in the comments what other cities you would like to add to the list. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more future videos. Press the bell icon to stay notified whenever we post a new video. See you in the next one.